Welcome back to Can We Talk with Juel podcast, proudly sponsored by fundraisingcup.org Ministries, where we apparently serve faith, fundraising, and a side of, wait, what did I just read? We are going to serve up another episode of What's Going On, guys, because clearly no one knows. Let's jump right on in with local news. No Kings and too many opinions. So the No Kings protest hit cities across the country because Americans finally realized we don't need royalty, we need reality TV. Crowds took to the streets protesting Trump's policies, including immigration measures and cuts to federal programs, while holding signs that said things like "No Kings, just vibes" and "Make democracy great again." Thousands demanded an end to possibly monarchy in general, which is interesting because last I checked, we don't actually have kings. But don't let me kill the vibe. Keep demanding change. And then, because the internet refuses to miss a moment, J.D. Vance posted a video of Trump literally putting on a gold crown and holding a sword after the protest. I mean, if satire had a visual aid, that would be it. Somewhere, George Washington just ghosted the group chat. Meanwhile, George Santos got a communication after 84 days in prison. 84 days, guys. That's not a sentence. That's a long cruise with bad Wi-Fi. And now he says he wants to reform American prisons. Of course you do, George. You've seen the inside of one for almost the same amount of time as a college internship. And speaking of internships, the National Guard might be getting one in Illinois. And Trump's appeal to deploy the National Guard in Illinois blocked because the court said, "Sir, this is a Wendy's." Oh, my goodness. Moving on to Civil War II electric boogaloo news. Social media is buzzing with rumors that a civil war may be brewing because nothing says United States like planning your next argument right before Thanksgiving hits. And from the looks of my comment section these past 2 weeks, y'all may be the new generals. I'm just saying. Oh, my gosh. And let's not forget what's going on with SNAP, guys. Government shutdown diet. SNAP officials warn benefits might run out in November if the shutdown keeps up. Translation? The only thing left on the table might be expired ramen and resentment. The source I got this from was The Sun because it's just that ironic. Next up. International news, because the world's a hot mess everywhere. Members of Congress are concerned that Trump isn't sharing intel on the latest Caribbean boat strikes. So we're back to fighting pirates, apparently. Jack Sparrow, you're still needed out here. We need backup. Meanwhile, Prince Andrew quit the royal family again, this time for distracting from His Majesty's work. Translation, the palace finally ghosted him. Meanwhile, Trump flew a warplane over Putin's head in Alaska because nothing says diplomacy like Top Gun Senior Citizen Edition. He's also cut off aid to Colombia after calling their president an illegal drug dealer. Yes, you heard that correctly. Which, fun fact, is also how Trump introduces anyone who disagrees with him at brunch. And experts say Trump's new war on cartels could expand to Venezuela and Mexico because, obviously, when in doubt, add more wars. Why not? Like Uno, draw 4. Moving right into religious news. Jesus takes the wheel and maybe the mic as well. Trump recently said he's going to hell. Yes, I did not stutter, to hell. And Eric Trump claimed his dad is saving Christianity. Some religious leaders were furious. Others were just confused because apparently the Trump family now has its own book of Revelation. And lo, the apprentice did return with a golf club and a grievance. Oklahoma dropped plans to keep Bibles in schools. Pope Leo XIV told world leaders to stop using hunger as a weapon because apparently we need a reminder that starving people on purpose is a bad thing. And in Iran, someone was executed for allegedly spying for Mossad, while 5 Christian converts got their sentences upheld. So religious freedom still buffering. Yeah, we'll wait. Over in the UK, King Charles met the Pope in what was described as a historic step towards unity. I'd call it a very polite handshake that changed absolutely nothing. And congratulations to Arya Tara Shakya in Nepal, the new 2-year-old living goddess, who's probably still better at managing followers than most influencers. Imagine explaining preschool politics after that. Let's roll right into the weather, guys, because when it rains, it pours, literally. 20 days of rain in Alaska and Arizona, flooding everywhere. 20 people are still missing in Alaska, by the way, and they've officially declared it a disaster because, yeah, nature said, you wanted climate change? Here's the deluxe package. And God clearly responded, y'all need a rinse cycle to clear this hot mess all out. And now, as we roll into, let's discuss comet or cosmic Uber. Scientists confirmed that interstellar comet 3I Atlas is full of nickel, has an anti-tail, and might, and I quote, be an alien ship.
It's time for travel. We may need to get on the ship and travel with Juel Travel Consulting Agency.
Oh, thank you for the promo and the advertisement. I well appreciate it. Thank you. And Brandon Big says it's a sign of redemption. So basically, for those of you wanting to know how this will affect you in real time, if the comet lands by Christmas, cancel your Amazon orders. And one of y'all in the comments said, if it's aliens, I hope they bring rent money because I'm not paying for. And honestly, valid point. Who said that? Also, La Nina is back, so brace yourself for a winter so cold, even Elsa's saying, I didn't mean it like that. Ooh. Rolling right into targeted individual news. Lightning bugs or lightning lies? Authorities deny a serial killer in Houston, despite 16 bodies. 16 bodies, guys, in the bayou. Because apparently, unless it's labeled serial killer on TikTok, it really doesn't count.
So does that mean he needed some milk?
And in brighter news, literally, Operation Lightning Bug 2025 rescued over 30 missing kids in Texas. Huge shout out to Patel and the task force, the only people out here actually cleaning house and not just posting about it online. Seriously. And now, it's that time again for my random thoughts, celebrity timeouts, and flyover flexes. Diddy wants to serve his 50-month sentence at Fort Dix because nothing says rehabilitation like low security with better snacks.
Fort who?
Fort Dix.
Fort who?
Fort Dix.
Fort who? Fort
Dix. And in Alaska, Trump and Putin met under a U.S. bomber flyover. Totally normal. Just 2 world leaders shaking hands while fighter jets say, nothing to see here, but don't try anything, Vlad. The pat on the back is what sealed it for me. Just the most dramatic balls exposure in history. Also, a hit and run in Maryland injured 14 people, including kids And a balcony collapsed in Cincinnati during a party. Moral of the story? Check your exits and your landlords. Oh, and this one, it's really good. In today's episode of You Can't Make This Stuff Up, a police officer in Hanover Park, Illinois was arrested by ICE after officials discovered he'd overstayed his tourist visa by over a decade. That's right.
He was a cop.
He was a cop.
On tourist?
On tourist visa.
He had a job.
He sure did.
What's he coming to now?
That's right. The man enforcing laws was out here violating immigration ones. It's giving plot twist. The badge was on borrowed time. I said,
I got a question.
what is it?
What happens when the ICE take them, get them arrested, and they got a house and a car? So, dude, that means that we get the house for free?
Oh, that's a good one.
So if he go get arrested, he got a house, a mortgage, a car, and they take him out, his house still sitting there.
That is true. That is true.
So that means we can get the house for rent free. Well, who was the name again?
I said he'd be living and working under the radar since the early 2010s, which means someone's been skipping the HR paperwork and probably the employee potlucks as well. Only in America can you go from serving warrants to needing one. And that brings us right into entertainment news because even in chaos, the show must go on. Or sometimes it must go off stage. Here's an update on R&B legend Brandy shocked fans when she walked off mid-performance in Chicago during the Boy Is Mine tour. She later explained she was suffering from dehydration and dizziness. Basically, her body said, girl, go sit down. Technical glitches didn't help either. But shout out to Monica, who finished the show solo like a true pro. Brandy since posted a thank you, calling Monica a real one.
Feel better.
We sure do.
We send our love and shout out and peace and love to her.
Absolutely. And Brandy says she's recovering and ready to be back on stage in Indianapolis. It's giving sisterhood over shade. And honestly, we love to see that here on the Can We Talk with Juel podcast show. And speaking of the struggle being real, Cardi B chimed in this week about the SNAP benefit cuts, saying, people are complaining that we have taken away food stamps. Thanksgiving is next month. No turkey for some of y'all. She's not wrong. Inflation's inflating, girl. Benefits are deflating. And Cardi just said what everyone's thinking. At this point, some folks are about to be out here making gobble-gobble campaigns on fundraisingcup.org. And you guys know what time it is. Cold break. All right, fam. You know I love these. Let's check in with this week's What's Going On poll first.
I got a question.
Yes?
Did you tell them you're a travel consultant?
I sure did put in that plug. You know who to call.
They can get in touch with you?
That's right. Hit me up on fundraisingcup.org/Juel.
And let them know that you got the VIP, the hookup.
I sure do.
You got the real, the Bentleys, the cars, the plane, and you can even put them on a yacht. Did you not tell them that?
I did tell them.
What?
On the yacht, private plane. Hit your girl up. Back to the poll, guys. Has cancel culture evolved into control culture? That's the question. 29% of you said that they've traded opinions for approval, which was matched by 29% when topics get political. Now, 12% of you said accountability does not equal control, and another 29 depends on who's being canceled. Cancel culture only works if the Wi-Fi does. That's what I take. Moving on to poll 2. Why are we fighting again? I know you guys checked out that recently dropped video.
Everybody, let's come to fight. Everybody just fast as lightning.
I see we clearly have a fan. And the question was, why are we fighting again? And 50% of you guys said ego has no off switch, while 25% of you in matching numbers said there's no fear of consequences and peace doesn't go viral. 0% of you are blaming the dogs and the bad air in the subways. I feel like the consensus here is basically like, I'd stop fighting if someone would just give me snacks in silence.
Well, good.
And in our final poll, number 3, what's it like when you skip a Can We Talk episode? You guys know we're still promoting that missing the talk. And I would like to say 33% of you said it feels like skipping leg day. I hear you. While 56% of you said it's like going to work without your coffee. Of course it is. I mean, if you're not alert with this information, who's prepared? And a stunning 11% of you said it's like saying you'll circle back and you never do. So,
On LinkedIn.
all these polls were done on LinkedIn, and the moral of the story is this: don't skip the podcast. It's caffeine for your critical thinking, guys.
I got a special shout out to Rest in Peace for D'Angelo that passed.
Yes, special shout out for D'Angelo. We did not include him in our entertainment news, but know that he is recognized with our podcast as someone who has been instrumental in the music industry. So, moving on to our shout-outs to our commentators this week. You guys know we see you. Chantel Herschel said, me? How do I make sure no one knows my political views so I don't get canceled or rage messaged?
Here's the answer. Here's the answer. Just don't use Trump in your Senate. Say what you just say. Don't say Trump. Don't put Trump in it. Just say, I think, I believe, I don't know. But if you say Trump, we know who you voted for.
You said it best, Chantel. No opinion is safe anymore. Neutrality has gone missing, probably hiding out somewhere with everyone's deleted tweets. And E.R. Ramsey said, the shift from speak your truth to speak safely says a lot about today's digital climate. Absolutely, E.R. We are living in a time where honesty comes with a warning label. Appreciate your thoughtfulness. That's the kind of nuance we need more of online. And Bobby Bryan said, cancel culture is just the latest form of public shaming, from heresy trials to hashtags. Bobby, that one belongs in a textbook. Different century, same torches. Only now they come with the trending sounds and viral think pieces. And last but not least, we didn't forget you, David Horgarth. David, your comment was powerful and deeply personal. You reminded us that behind all the headlines are real people living trauma, and your story matters. And this space stands with you in demanding accountability and truth. David has shared a very personal story about being targeted, and so we want to support him. I did not disclose your story. I'm going to leave that up to you to come on the show and share your personal story.
Right.
But we are here for you.
Come on now. Say it. Come on. Bring it on. Come on. Bring it to it. Let us hear you say it. Say it loud and say it proud.
That's right. So with that said, I'm going to roll right into my closing thoughts.
Being a consultant, travel agency.
And not to forget to contact me for your travel needs.
VIP style.
VIP style consultant. I'm here checking in with another plug.
Let them know. Travel on the yacht now. Let it be known now.
That's right. You guys can travel on yachts and
pretty beaches.
We got it all. We got it all for you guys.
Oh, we love you all. We just giving love back.
So,
and thank you for the love you shared with us. And
fundraisingcup.org.
Fundraisingcup.org. Loving the kids. Just feed a few kids. I know you know to eat good to thinking, but a few kids need a few dollars. So help a few kids out. Just donate. Go through the campaign. Just help a family out.
Absolutely. Every penny counts, guys. From protests to popes, from comments to comments, one thing's clear. We're all just trying to figure out what's going on before the next headline drops. Big shout out to everyone tuning in, especially our supporters and truth seekers. So keep your humor intact, your empathy charged, and your polls honest, even when they expose us all. Sending much love to my listeners, commenters, and fundraisingcup.org ministries for keeping this community real and caffeinated. Because if we can't make sense of the world, we can at least raise money for a good cause while trying.
I got a question for a new poll.
Yes?
I want to do a poll on how many people want to have children in 2026. A poll.
Okay, guys. That will be a poll we'll put up this week. Don't all start running all at once. But it is a curious inquiry because, you know, with so much happening, I know people are somewhat hesitant, but, you know, the Lord says to be fruitful anyway. So
and multiply.
I am curious to see where you guys stand. And so with that said, that's it for this episode of What's Going On, where the only thing for certain is the uncertainty. Until next time, I'm Juel, reminding you that curiosity isn't chaos. It's how we stay human. And yes, we're all still asking the same darn question, guys.
I thought curiosity killed the cat.
What's going on?
With who?
Oh. And remember, it's not paranoia if they're really out to get you. Bye.